Hi, welcome back to Area 6. I've got a list, guys, of questions. I'm going to answer 12 questions. The other thing as well, I found out, because I went, this is what I love about YouTube. This microphone, to get it to work on my phone, I went on YouTube, I watched the video, and basically you have to plug your phone into a PC, go on to USB debugging, select certain things. But I ain't got a PC, so and I'm no good at things like that, techie stuff. I'm no good. But not far from where I live, there's a mobile phone, tablet, PC repair shop. So I'm thinking if I take this in there with my phone, you should be able to debug the USB on my phone to access this microphone. Don't know. But yeah, it needs debugging apparently. So yeah, that is that. So I will be taking it there. Because I ain't got a PC. If I had a PC, I'd be able, because the instructions, what the guy showed was clear. And I'm thinking if I'd have had a PC, I could have done it, but I ain't got a PC. Because you plug your phone into the PC in order to do it. Playing, at the moment, I'm playing Project Stillfeed on the 360. Oh, the other thing is about this game, guys, as well. This is not compatible with your Xbox One or Series X. This will only play on your 360. So when the stores close down, you'll only play that on your 360. Questions. Oh, I just want to point out as well, there's a channel called Simple Life in Japan. And what he did, he put a he put a video out in response to the last Games Room tour that I did. In one of my last videos, I did a Games Room tour, and he put out a video in response to that. He's actually living in Japan. He's an English UK guy. He was living in the UK. He's English. He's moved to Japan with his wife, so they're settled in Japan. And I wish all the best to you, mate, if you're watching this. All the best of luck in your future in Japan. I watched his video, and yeah, brilliant. And he's got what I didn't notice as well. He's got a brilliant range of Japanese games that some of them never came here. He's got, it was never released over here, and I thought that was quite amazing. So I don't know. In the future, will I collect Japanese games? I might do. I mean, that PS2 there, that is it's region free. You'll play anything. So yeah, well, any PS2 game. So NTSC Japanese will play on that. What else was I going to say? Check him out. His name's his channel is called Simple Life in Japan. So yeah, that's all good. Anyway, questions, names. If I say your name wrong, guys, I apologise. So Phantom Hip Hop asked me in my consoles collection, my worst console to the best, in my opinion, in my collection. My opinion, my worst console, I've got to say, is the Nokia N-Gage, which is the little phone. I did a video not long ago. The screen's about 2 inches. It's a tiny little screen. And Yeah, so I'm putting that down as my worst. The best console is a toss-up between the PS3 and the 360. I can't say which one's the best out of those two for me. I class them both the same. The two of the best consoles ever created, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, so that's the best I can answer that one. Taco Sombrero asked me, "Do you like modern games?" Yeah, but it depends what you mean by modern. I mean, for me, PS3 360 is modern. If you're referring to PS4, PS5, Xbox One, yeah, I like some games. I've been playing Snooker 19 on the Xbox One. Yeah, so yeah, I do like modern games as well as old. Um, yeah. Um, Question number 3 is Vegemite Billy. Vegemite Billy said, "What is your main fight game character?" If I'm playing a fighting game and it's Street Fighter, it's Ryu or Ryu. Always pick Ryu. If I'm playing somebody else and they pick Ryu first, I'll go to either Chun-Li or one of the others. I'm not keen on Ken. I know he's got the same moves as Ryu, but yeah, I like Chun-Li. But yeah, my first go-to would be Ryu. Question number 5, Random Gamer 2, or is it Z? Random Gamer 2, I think. What's the best job? What's the best job you've ever done? Best job I've ever done. And biggest passion in life? Well, my biggest passion in life is collecting these games and having this channel. The best job I've ever done, because I've been an electrician, started off, I've always been into electronics, even when I was a kid. But main jobs I did, started off as an electrician, got fed up with that after years and years and years of loft spaces and underground pulling armoured cables. Went into electronics as a career, went to a company called Nottingham Electrical Laboratories. I think I'd say that's the best job I've ever had. Because I liked it there. I was there for, how long was I there for? I was there for about 5-6 years. Yeah. Had some good mates there as well. Question number 6, Felix Johannes. No, I've got that one wrong. Right, no. Felix Johannes he wrote, he was curious. This is the guy that was curious about the 3 PS1 games that I had above the TV that had full art covers instead of the PS1 logo, but we've gone over that since, so yeah. So we'll move on to Casey Williams. Question number 7 was Casey Williams. Favourite type of beer? Alright, as OG Duffy would say, it's beer o'clock time, guys. My favourite type of beer it's a cider called Strongbow. Yeah, beer o'clock time, guys. OG Duffy's words. Years ago, I used to drink lagers. But what I found with lager didn't really. I liked lager, but lager didn't like me. I was getting acid indigestion all the time. And I worked out it was down to drinking lager. As soon as I stopped drinking lager, I stopped getting acid indigestion and went on to cider. And I don't get acid indigestion with cider, so I've stuck with Strongbow ever since. So yeah, that is that one. GT Retro World, who also has a channel, guys, so if you want to check him out, GT Retro World. His name's Neil. Why did you start collecting? The reason I started collecting is because I brought my two sons up in the 90s on my own. I was a single dad, bringing them two up. You know what it's like, guys, kids, games, consoles. We all had PS1s, we all had GameCubes, you know. Yeah, and that's where it all started, really. Even though I can go back to when I was 10 years old and we had the Atari 2600 consoles like that, and Binatone, Bat and Ball, Pong. But it mainly started when it was just me and the lads. Started gaming a lot, coming home from work, playing games. Yeah, they was obviously coming home from school straight on the consoles. Yeah, it was all me and the two lads. That's what we did. That's where it all stemmed from, really. Mr. Kobo, do you play games on PC? And what is your favourite genre of games? I've never had a PC. I don't play games on PC. Like I said earlier about that microphone, I'm not tech. Guys, when it comes to being tech, I am useless. Even having this channel, it was all an accident. Obviously, I had to get YouTube. I had to go through Google. I had to register to sign up with Google. And then one night, I'm messing about with Google, trying to get some information about something to do with YouTube. And I came across something that said start your own channel, so I clicked on it. And it just went from there, clicking. Next thing, I get this message saying you're within 24 hours, you'll be ready to start your own channel. And I thought, oh, all right, okay. And I ignored that for months and months. And then one day I was at Bike Shed Boys, my son, Michael, Bike Shed Boy. I mentioned it to him. I says, apparently I've had a channel for months, but I'm not sure what to do. And it all went from there. And then all of a sudden, I mean, this was a year and a half ago now, because I've only had this channel I've had the channel for probably two and a half years, but I've only just started content about a year and a half ago when I said to him, I says, I'm going to start putting videos out. And yeah, so that was an accident, getting this channel. And even then, when I was going through Google, that was all done on my tablet. I've got a 10-inch, is it 10-inch? Still got A-fever, guys, 10-inch tablet thing. And yeah, so yeah, when it comes to tech, IT, whatever they call it, I'm totally useless, guys. I'm crap. It's like all this YouTube, this channel, it's all done through my tablet and my mobile phone. So yeah. My favourite genre, which was also part of the question, because the question was, do you play games on PC? No, I don't. Plus favourite genre of game. My favourite genre of game has to be horror. I love fighting games. I love them. I love arcade fighting games. But yeah, all said and done, it's horror. Horror games. I love horror games. I love the two Condemned 1 and 2. I love the Sufferings. I've played Clock Tower 3, which I've got on the shelf. Yeah, it's horror. I've played Rule of Rose, which I don't want to give out any spoilers, but don't play it in the dark. Do not play that game in the dark, guys. Shattered Memories is good, but there's no... Again, I don't want to give too many spoilers. If you've never played Shattered Memories, which is Silent Hill, it's good. It's worth having, but don't expect a lot of violence, sort of thing, compared to most horror. Anyway, so yeah, horror. Uh, right, Kim. Question number 10. There's only 12, so this is number 10. Kim John Ultra. What do you think modern games? What do you think of modern games for difficulty, or do you stick to old games for simplicity? Uh, I don't find any game difficult really, because I mean, even modern games, it's a lot of these where I've noticed a lot of modern games, because I play a lot of Xbox One, and if you put, say, like a horror game, even a horror game on Xbox One, you, there's a lot of games now where it's choices, and you have to pick your choice. Do you help her or do you run away? Do you rescue him, or do you, or questions asked, do you say yes or do you say no? A lot of it's technically instructions, and so but older games, as in 360, PS3, I just think they're the best games ever made. I just think they run out of ideas now when it comes to games on all these modern systems. That's why I haven't got a PS5 yet. I've been collecting PS4 games because I always think ahead. And now, years ago, I'm thinking, start collecting PS4 games, because in the future, I may end up getting a PS5. I knew there was PS4 backward compatible. I knew there was never going to be. I remember people when the PS5 was coming out saying, "Oh, they'll play 1, 2, 3, and 4." I knew they wouldn't. I think that Sony lied to us at some point. But I knew there was PS4 compatible. So I started collecting a lot of PS4 games. I've got about 24 to 60. I've got about 200 PS4 games on the shelf, but I haven't played any of them, and I didn't really need to, because I've got an Xbox One, and I've got 20, 40. See, I've got about nearly 100 Xbox One games on the shelf, and the most I did. What was it called that I completed not long ago? Can't remember what it's called now. There was a game I completed not long ago on Xbox One. It was a good game. I can't remember. Black Mirror. Black Mirror. It's like a horror game. Black Mirror. Guys, it's probably really underestimated. It's cheap as well. I think I only paid about 3 or 4 quid for it. But guys, I loved it. I thought it was a brilliant game. But don't take my word for it. Play it. And that is also available on PS4, because I've got it on PS4 as well as Xbox One. So yeah, worth playing. Yeah, I completed it. Fantastic game, guys. Completed within what, 4? Depends how quick you are. Minded, I'm not getting old, guys. I think it took me about 4 or 5 hours to complete. It's not bad. It's entertaining. It's a night's entertainment. Anyway, moving on. Question 11. Oh, it's Simple Life in Japan. The guy that I quoted earlier, Simple Life in Japan. Check his channel out, guys. He lives in Japan. Like I said, he's from England, UK. His wife's Japanese. He's fluent in Japanese. He can talk Japanese, and he lives there now. So his question was, how did you get into gaming? Now, how did I get into gaming was, like I said earlier, when I was 10, 11, 12-ish, I remember my dad getting this, but before then we had the old Binatone. It was like an orange thing, bat and ball. The ball was square, and it was a long bat. And then I remember coming home from school one day, and my dad had this Atari 2600 set up. And he had about 5 games. He had Pac-Man, he had Space Invaders. And I remember playing them, and I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was fantastic. And that's what got me really. that was my first real experience of playing really. I mean, graphic wise, they're totally crap now. But when I was, I'm going back like 50 years. 50 years ago, guys. Space Invaders, Pac-Man, games like that. There was brilliant. There was new things. So yeah, that's what got me into gaming. And obviously, as time goes on, you get into the late 80s, mid 80s, late 80s. Everybody was having these ZX Spectrums, Commodore 64s, Amigas, and then into the 90s, consoles came back with PS1s, original Xboxes, PS2s, the rest, guys. Yeah. So, yeah. Right. Another question that came. I'm going to go to this one before I go to the last one. Right. BS Crazy. BSCRAZ triple E. So I'm pronouncing it as BS Crazy. What is the earliest system you collect for? The earliest system I collect for is the Super Nintendo. But, there is a but. I don't collect the Super Nintendo original games, apart from, I've got some bootleg ones on the shelf, which I've done a video about. In fact, I've just completed as well, bootleg Skyblazer, on the SNES. It's a bootleg cartridge. Is it fake? Is it a repro? Some people call it fake. I call it a repro personally, because it works. If it was fake, it probably wouldn't work. I enjoyed it. I did Demon's Crest. I completed that not long ago. That was on the SNES. The games I collect for the SNES are on that shelf up here. You can see them somewhere up there. But they're all like modern games. They're like they're not repros or anything. Their company is called 8-Bit. I am 8-Bit. Retrobit. Limited Run. Strictly Limited. Companies like that. East Asia. That's what they are. All of them up just there on that show. I'll do a video one day and show you them all. Show you what I have got. Some of them quite expensive. I've got the 30th anniversary Street Fighter. I have looked at sold listings on that on eBay, and it does sell for like £200-300. I don't know why, but I've got it. It's up on the shelf. So yeah, that is the earliest system I collect for. Is it's the SNES. Yeah, it is, because yeah, that is the earliest console I've got. Yeah, it is, because the Nokia N-Gage, that came out in the year 2000, I think. Yeah, it did. The PS1 was 1990s, obviously. So yeah. This was the last question. The guy's name is the Crown of Command. The Crown of Command. And he says, did you ever play The Shadow of the Horned Rat or Dark Omen on PS1? Now, I know that these are Warhammer games, both of them. And have I played them? I haven't played both of them. I tried playing years ago, and I think I've got it. I do believe I've got the game, but it's in Narnia. It's in the Narnia cupboard, guys. It's buried. I've got Shadow of the Horned Rat. I haven't got Dark Omen. I know that. But I'm 100% sure I have got Shadow of the Horned Rat in Narnia. Because, like I said, I've got stuff in there that's been there. Some of it's been there 12 years, guys, and I've only just started bringing that out. In fact, this box here, this is part of what I said the other day in one of my last videos. I want to start introducing these now to the games room because I've started making room and I want to bring them in. Getting back to it, the Shadow of the Horned Rat, which I have tried playing, and the controlling, guys, if you've ever played it, the controls are crap. It is hard. It's like, from what I can remember, I tried it years ago. It was about 10 years ago when I tried playing that. Because I play all my PS1 games on PS2. Because I ain't got a PS1 console. There's no point in me getting a PS1 console because I've got a PS2 which plays PS1. I've also got a PS3 that plays PS2, but I've put that away. That's been preserved because it works. I'm just preserving it for the future. So yeah, I didn't like the controls, and I think that's why I'm not bothered about finding Shadow of the Horned Rat in Narnia. I'm not bothered if I don't. I will find it at some point, obviously, because it's going to be in a box of games somewhere. There's loads of boxes of games in there still. There's 360 games in there. There's PS2 games in there. There's PS3 guys. There's all sorts. I even think there's PS4 games in there. Because right up until I started this channel, obviously I never stopped collecting. So every time I brought something, I'd have a look at it, and then it'll go in that cupboard. Because I didn't have this game room set up, so there's no point in having it on display. So anyway, we're going to go now to what time we're on, half an hour. Right, guys, shall we get this, this box here, guys? Right, we've got, and I don't know which one this is, but I have literally got around about, there's 4. In fact, one of them, which I do know what it is in an even bigger box than this. Because it's bigger than these. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open this up. But I don't know. I've got 3 of these in series, like a series. The bigger one that I said, it's in a massive box. That's right at the back of the room. That's been there. How long's that been there? That's been there about 5 years. I remember opening the box, looking at it, and then putting it away because I didn't want to put it on display, and because I've always had it in my head to have a games room. Always, that's always been part of my plan. But it took years for me to get around to it, and it wasn't until I got this channel and I decided to get this channel up and running and start featuring things on the channel where I'm thinking I need to get all of that gear now out of the Narnia cupboard on display. I need to do that. So what I'm going to do in between videos, like today, obviously I'm going to open this, show you guys what it is. So probably the next video I do, I'm just going to go get a little box of games out and show you what games are in that box that has been stored away. And then so on. So then the video after that will be probably another one of these. Because like I said, I've got 3 boxes this size, all in Narnia, and I want them all. I've made a little bit of room now because where Spider-Man, if you saw one of my last videos, Spider-Man was stood on me cabinet where I've got vinyl LPs in. Well, because of his size, he stands about 3 foot, somewhere 3.5 foot. Same as the alien that I built just over there. They're now going to be floor standing all the time. They're just going to stand on the floor. And I look at them and I think, yeah, they're fine on the floor. So yeah. So the top of the vinyl cabinet, I built that cabinet, by the way, that's got the LPs, and I made that years ago. I'm going to start putting these on. I'm going to stand these on it, so I can have them on display. And it wheels around as well. It's on wheels. I remember building it and putting casters on it, and in fact, I dated it on the back as well. I built it in something like 2015. Yeah, 9 years ago. So anyway, right, let's get this out of its box. So obviously I already know what these are. I don't know which one this one is. And yeah, but obviously, like I said, I do know what this series is. It's like a series. It's a series, guys. Right, so I wanna. Alright, so we'll take that off, put that down there. There they are. This is. I know what this is now. Right, guys, this has been in that Narnia cupboard for about 4 years. It's got to be about 4 years since I put this in that cupboard. I'm just gonna try and get that will come away. That's a bit. Right, put that in there. Right. I'll open this up and then you guys will be able to see exactly what it is. It's big. I've got to be careful because I don't want to damage the box. I damage the box on it, so I'm going to be careful with this knife. I've just got to lay it down here so I can get this back end. Oh, it's beautiful. This is beautiful, guys. Right, I need to move things so that I can set it up. Right, this guy is, look at the size of him. He is Friday the 13th, guys. Yes. Right, so I'll just show you the box first and then we'll get him out. Friday the 13th. Oh, it's quite heavy. It's made by Necker. Real Toys by Necker. It is 18 inches big. Right, so right, so we open him up, guys. Oh, his name. Sorry, his name, guys. His name is Jason Voorhees. Those that know Friday the 13th, we have Jason Voorhees. Let's break him out of his box because he's now going to have a permanent position in area 6. What have I done with my blade? I don't know what I've done with my blade, guys. Let's see. Right, we're opening beer o'clock. And I got hay fever. So even though the weather's been crap and cold, I've still got hay fever. Let's open this. I don't want to damage the box in any way because it's not brand new sealed. I've obviously sealed this up myself before I put it in the Narnia a couple of years ago. So right, just pull him out, I think. This is a bit awkward. Oh, yeah, this. It comes out as let's do this. This is a bit. There we go. Here's the box. Check him out, guys. He's massive. Size of him. Right. So. So then, got all the tie wrap things now, because I remember checking this out. I can't even remember if I left the batteries. I can't remember. I hope I didn't, to be fair, because it's never good to leave batteries in things when you're storing them away, but we'll see. Just need to get all of these tie wraps. Like that, like that. It can go in there, because it's never, I'll keep all the bits, but while he's here, he's never going to go back into storage once he's set up. We're in area 6. I'm just going to put all this tape off, which I put on to secure him, because the thing is, when you put things in storage, you tend to make sure it's safe and wrapped up. So I just repackaged it the way it was when I first got it. Because at the time, of buying these, I actually bought them as new, and yeah. And like I say, I brought them with the intention of, at some point, having them on display, which I can do that now. Put that down. Maybe I should have, right, maybe I should put all of these tie things back on, but all will be revealed, guys, in a bit. I just want to pull that off. There you go. Yeah, we're nearly there. Look. What is that? Let's take this out first. And then, yeah, I've got my what's that? Some sort of harpoon. Yeah, that's like a harpoon. It's a harpoon type of thing. We'll sort that out in a bit. Right, let's get these. There's only 3 more to do. Because like I said, once he's set up, I won't be putting him away again. That will be down to at some point when I'm no longer here, guys. That will be down to Kev and Bike Shed Boy to sort all this out once I've gone. Because once I've gone, guys, it don't matter to me. And I don't sell anything. The only time I sell things is if I've like collected doubles, because I've got games that are doubles, and if I knew that I had them, I wanted to collect them, because I don't like collecting doubles. Yeah, I'll tell you what, guys, that's heavy. That axe, that's a nice quality. Yeah, that is well nice. I'll put that on there. This is the last tie wrap. I think. Yeah, it is. Right. But even though I won't put him back in his box, I'll obviously keep the box. There's 2 at the bottom, guys. 2 at the bottom. I forgot about these. So set those off. I don't know why I bothered putting tape on it. I think right. Take that off. So yeah, yeah, so at the moment I'm playing Project Sylphied on the 360. This is a brilliant game, guys. I've left it in demo mode while I'm doing this, but I'm about an hour into it, and yeah, I'm loving it. So, right, these are right. He's free, guys. I tell you what, he's got some weight in him. He is massive. I'll bring the camera in a bit. I just want to set him up on here. Alright, guys, let's just move. There's a dead spider in there. I found a dead spider, guys. Fell out the box. Alright. I've got me. Is it? What's these called? Is it a spinning Jenny or something like that? A lazy Susan. I'll tell you what, guys, he is heavy. So Let me pick him up and show you details. There's some weight in him. Right, yeah, that's where that section there, that's where the batteries go. I couldn't remember at first. And I can't remember where, yeah, he does, he turns. He swivels there. His arms, all his arms move. His head did move. I remember his head moving. Yeah, he's amazing, guy. He's got chains. That guys is absolutely fantastic, and he is 18 inches tall. Those other weapons, let me just take this off. I don't know why I bothered putting this back on, to be fair, because I didn't need to. Take that off. Yeah, because obviously you can take that from his hand, and you can give him, I'd rather him have the axe. So there is an axe. But yeah, guys, he is absolutely, what I might do as well is, he's awesome, isn't he? You could probably, yeah, you've got a choice of weapons for his hands. What I'll do, because I don't think there's batteries in him, to be fair, because I wouldn't have left batteries in when I first got him, and he is motion activated. So if you move, he does talk, he makes slight noises. But what I'll do during the week is I will. The next video that I do, I'll feature him with the batteries in. Yeah, I hate the hay fever, guys. I've tried two different types of tablets thing there, and it's just not sure. This is the worst I've ever had it, to be fair. Even my eyes are watering again. I haven't had it this bad for years. It weren't till, in fact, I didn't have hay fever until I moved around here. I moved here 12 years ago because I'm surrounded by farmland. And I think that's what caused it. That's what brought the onset of hay fever. So yeah, there is Jason Voorhees, and he's amazing, guys. And he's going to have pride and place in Area 6. Like I say, I've got another 3 statues. 2, was it 3? The series that he is, there's another 2 or 3. I'm going to have to go and have a look, guys, at some point. But it's all, that cupboard is massive. It's all at the back. A lot of it's at the back, and I struggle to get to it unless I'm bringing stuff out, moving things around. Yeah, and there is one really big box at the back. This box is massive. I know what it is, but I need to make room. Before I can bring that one out, I need to make room in here, and I've got an idea. I've got an idea, and that will all be revealed over the next month or so. But yeah, so what I'll do next video, I'll get some batteries in him. We'll try him out. I'll show you how he works. But yeah, and the next video as well, we're going to go for. I'm just going to, because anything that's actual games, I did when everything went into the Narnia cupboard, I did write on the boxes games, so I know they're games. So what I'll do, because these didn't have anything written on them, because I thought there's no point in writing anything on them, because I thought I'd remember what they are, but I don't know which one is in which box, so he could have been one of the other two that I've got. But yeah, that's the Halloween Jason Voorhees. So what I'll do, I will get a box that says games, which I know will have games in it. And I'll show you how he works in the next video that I do. The other thing is, guys, as well, heads up, is I've got a really busy week this week with, obviously I've told you about my health condition, my lungs. I've been going through quite a lot of CT scans over the past few months. And here, I've got a lot of American, Japanese friends out there that probably don't understand. But here in the UK, we have mobile scanning machines in supermarket car parks, and that's what I've been going to. And I've got one tomorrow. I've got a scanning machine tomorrow in a supermarket car park I have to go to. That one's for my lungs. Wednesday, I have a hospital appointment about my hands. You can see it there. I've got arthritis, guys, and that finger is crooked, it's crippled. So I'm even struggling to play games now as well. So I've got to have my hand, both hands have got those, you can see the, both hands are like crippled. Those two fingers there, that's the straightest I can get them. I've got it in my wrist. There. Yeah, so I've got to have scans done on my hands to see if they can do anything with alleviating those tendons. I don't know. They might not. They've said they won't know until they've done scans on them. So yeah, I've got a busy week this week. It's one of them weeks where everything's coming all in one go sort of thing. So I think altogether I've got 3 different scans. The reason I keep having a lot of my lung scans is because in 2021 I was admitted to hospital with double pneumonia, pneumonia in both lungs. And 2021 was the COVID period, so the doctors actually put it down to COVID. They called it COVID pneumonia. During that time, I'd sign a DNR, do not resuscitate. I had to agree to a DNR because at the time I went in, basically all my organs were shutting down one by one, and it weren't. To be fair, guys, I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for Bike Shed Boy and my other son Kev, I probably wouldn't be here because they forced me to go to hospital at that time. I'm one of these people that don't want to go. I don't want to go to hospital. I thought I'll give it a few days and I'll recover, but it weren't until I got to hospital when they told me how far my pneumonia had gone, and they weren't expecting me to make it till the morning. So yeah, I ended up, and the other thing is as well, when I was in hospital, they kept me in a room on my own, because obviously they couldn't put me on a ward because they weren't expecting me to make it till the morning. And they told me all this, but what I did, I remember laying there, I had to give my son's telephone numbers, and I was being monitored every 10, 20 minutes or so. Somebody would come in, check on me, and if my condition deteriorated, they was ready to phone my 2 sons. Even though it was COVID time, nobody was allowed to visit, but they said they could visit if I was on my last sort of, you know, if I was ready to go. Now I remember at the time thinking, I've been ill before, never as bad as that, but I have been ill before. But I remember having this attitude, thinking, right, don't go to sleep, do not go to sleep, because I know, and because I get ill a lot, I always know that when you go to bed, you're fine. There's nothing wrong with you. You wake up with it. So I'm thinking, what if I don't sleep? Well, what if I don't sleep at all night? So that night, when they expected me to not make it till the morning, because they blatantly told me you probably won't make it till the morning. I think they gave me something like an 80% chance I wouldn't make it. So yeah, they had my son's numbers on standby, ready to phone them at any time during the early hours of the morning. But I stayed awake all night, guys, and I remember it getting light outside, thinking, yeah, I'm still here. I was drowsy. I remember being drowsy because it was literally pumping me full of morphine. But yeah, that was in 2021. So 3 years down the line, guys, defied the odds. And Bike Shed Boy will tell you guys, you can ask him. Go on his channel, ask him. I won't be here. I shouldn't be here. And I probably wouldn't be here if it weren't for them forcing me to go to hospital. So anyway, guys, that's enough about that. That's another. But yeah, that's a little bit of my past. So yeah, the next video, this is getting on for an hour, I'm going to cut off. So the next video is going to be demonstration, box of games, show you what the games are, and we'll carry on from there. But like I said, I've got a busy week, so I might not be able to put another video out now until I'll try and do it, because I've got some new tablets that they want me to try. I don't know if I'm going to get side effects. Yeah, so I'm busy. But there will definitely 100% be a video for next weekend. So bear with me, guys. If I don't put a video out during the week, bear with me, and then I'll give you an update at the end of the week with a box of games and show you how he works. And that's it, guys, and I shall catch you all later. Enjoy, and I'll say it bye for now.